Chapter 7. Be brave and have faith on fate. The Valiant Tailor. Once upon a time, there lived a princess who was excessively proud. She proposed a puzzle to everyone who came to her palace. If a person did not solve it, then the person was sent away scornfully. This behavior of the princess was talked about everywhere when it was said that whoever was lucky enough to solve the riddle would marry the princess. One day, 3 tailors came to the city. The 2 elders of them were quite intelligent and had heard about the princess' riddle. But the 3rd tailor was an idle, good-for-nothing fellow who did not understand his own trade. But still he thought that he could solve the riddle. He was interested in learning everything. The 3 tailors came to the palace and stood before the princess. The princess told them the riddle. I have a hair of 2 colors upon my head. What are they? This is your riddle. The first tailor said, it is black and white. Wrong, said the princess. Now the second man tried. It is not black and white, but brown and red, he said with a great smile. Wrong again, said the princess. Now try the 3rd man, who I think will be able to guess correctly. The 3rd tailor stepped forward and said, the princess has a gold and silver hair on her head, and those are the 2 colors. When the princess heard this, she turned pale and fell down to the ground with fright, because the tailor had guessed her riddle, which she believed nobody in the world could solve. As soon as she recovered herself, she said to the tailor, that is not all. You have to do. There is a bear in the stable, and you have to spend a night with it. If you are alive in the morning, I will marry you. The tailor agreed to this and went away. The princess thought herself quite safe because the bear had spared no one who came into the stable. As soon as evening came, the little tailor was taken to the stable where the bear was kept. As he entered the stable, the bear sprang on him. Softly, softly, said the tailor, I must teach you manners. Then he put his hand in his pocket and took out some nuts and cracked them between the teeth. The bear saw this and wanted to do what the tailor was doing. The tailor gave the bear a handful of nuts, which were really pebbles. The bear put them into his mouth, but he could not crack them. What a blockhead I am, the bear said to himself. I could not crack a few nuts. Then the bear said to the tailor, will you crack them for me? On hearing this, the tailor said, what a fellow you are! With such a big mouth, you could not crack these small nuts? With these words, he cunningly changed a nut for the pebble, which the bear gave him and soon cracked it. I must try once more, said the bear. It looks so easy. And the bear, with its full strength, tried to crack the pebbles, but all in vain. Soon the bear became tired. Then the tailor took a pipe out of his coat and played a tune. When the bear heard this, he began to dance to the tune. In a little while, he stopped and asked the tailor whether it was easy to learn the art of playing the pipe. Easy as child's play, said the tailor. You have to keep your fingers on the holes and blow the air into it. Oh, well, that is playing the pipe, said the bear. I may as well learn that, and then I can dance as often as I like. What do you think? Will you give me any instruction? With all my heart, replied the tailor. If you are clever enough. But let me see your claws. They are very long, and I must cut them a bit. By chance, a knife was lying in one corner, and the bear laid his paws when the tailor screwed them fast. Now, wait till I come with the scissors, he said, and leaving the bear groaning and growling, he laid himself down in a corner on a bundle of straw and went to sleep. Meanwhile, the princess was rejoicing at the thought that she had got rid of the tailor, and especially when she heard the bear growling. She thought it was with the satisfaction of having eaten its prey. In the morning, she went down to the stable, but as soon as she looked in, she saw the tailor as fresh and lively as he was the day before. She was in great astonishment, and she refused to marry the tailor. But it was of no use, for her word had been openly pledged to the marriage. The king, her father, ordered a carriage to be brought in which she and the tailor went away to the palace, where the wedding was to take place. Just as they had set off, the two other tailors, who were very envious of their brother's fortune, went into the stable and released the bear. The bear ran after the carriage which contained the bridal party. The princess heard the beast growling and groaning and became very much frightened and cried to the tailor, "Oh, the bear is behind, coming to kill us." The tailor looked out of the carriage and said, "Do you remember the knife? If you do not go away, you shall have to lose all your claws." The bear thought about it and then turned its tail and ran back. The tailor happily drove on to the palace with the princess and married her. They were very happy after the marriage, as merry as larks, and to the end of their lives they lived in contentment. Work as brave and believe in fate. Bravery is something that grows and develops throughout life. When you are brave, you begin to have faith in yourself and also more confident in participating in new ways of living. When a person acts bravely, whether the result is success or not, a certain skill is developed. And like a sport, practice improves your game. Fate or destiny is often regarded as the course that life takes, and karma is one of the factors that influence this course. People often believe that fate is predestined and nothing can be changed. A person's fate is decided by a complex combination of conditions and factors. When you establish bravery, you begin to better your personal life. Building bravery will help you take risks to a sunnier future that you commonly would not take. When you build bravery, you place fear behind you. Bravery is the procedure of accepting that you have fears, yet you are willing to discover a way to get the better of those fears and not let these concerns to take charge of you. It's all right to feel your fear at appropriate time. Once you build up bravery, you will learn to self-direct your life. You will learn to swallow punishment and pay offs graciously. Brave individuals with frequent feel motivated to assume blame and responsibility while critiquing their actions and utilizing what they learn to move ahead. Brave individuals will step to the front instead of withdrawing when chances come their way. Take every opportunity that is given to you. You won't regret it. Be bold, be brave, and embrace the unexpected. The most important factor that shapes our fate or destiny is, in fact, the decisions that we make at the turning points in our lives. Our life, as it is now, is created by the results of the choices we ourselves made according to the tendencies of our own mind. Each time we got encountered by a specific event. Thus, it may be said that it is none other than freedom of choice, which is the most important factor in shaping a person's fate or destiny.